Hi guys, it's Melanie, and today I have my very first Better Homes and Gardens candle review to share with everyone. This is of their Apricot Rosewater Limited Edition fragrance. I have mine in the 18-ounce size, as you can see here, but I believe that there is also a medium-sized jar candle, and I don't know what the number of ounces is on that one. But I didn't see the medium jar at my store. They just had this large jar, so this is what I grabbed. It retailed for, I want to say, $5.97 or something like that. It was definitely under $6. It was a really good deal, honestly, for what you're getting in terms of the amount of wax and the supposed burn time here. Speaking of the burn time, I don't know what that actually is. I don't even think it says on the bottom of the candle, but I'm going to lift it up really quickly here. Nope. It does not say. So for those of you that are familiar with these Better Homes and Gardens candles, definitely leave some information down below. I can tell you that this is my third day burn, and so far it seems to be lasting pretty well. When I first started burning it, the wax was just above the label here, so it hasn't really gone down all that much in the last 3 days. I've been burning it probably a total of about 5 or 6 hours a day, each burn, so it looks to be like it's probably going to be a decently long-lasting candle, definitely better than Bath and Body Works or anything like that. So I don't know if it's going to be quite up there with like the Yankee burn time, but I don't know. So far, I'm impressed. Let's talk a little bit about the fragrance because this is really unique to me. I don't typically tend to go for floral scented candles, but there is something about rose, especially rosewater, that I've been really drawn to over the last few months. I've used a lot of rosewater sprays on my face, and just that sort of watered down rose scent is something that really appeals to me for some reason. And apricot has always been one of those fruits that I don't eat it all that often, but when I do, I really like it. And I love the smell of anything apricot. It's just a really nice, soft, pretty, fruity scent that isn't too cloying, but it's definitely like a sweeter fruit scent. And together with the rosewater, I didn't know whether I was going to like this when I first picked it up, but as soon as I smelled it, it immediately appealed to me because it's such a unique combination together. I really feel like the apricot plays nicely off of that rose scent. And the rose scent really, the first time I burned it, it really did come through as the predominant note. But the more that I burned it, it's much more of an apricot with a hint of rose. So it seems to have sort of almost transformed from like a strictly floral with a hint of fruit to a fruit with a hint of floral, if that makes sense. It's so nice, you guys. In terms of the fragrance and the appeal of it, I think this is one that a lot of people would really, really like. It's soft, it's pretty, it's feminine, it's very springy. I could also see this being a really good summer scent. And I think it's something that could be very guest friendly. If you had someone come over and you had this candle going, I don't think anybody would get a headache from it. I don't think they would be offended by it in any kind of way. The throw on this candle, I would put maybe at a 7. So it's not the strongest throw. I can definitely smell it in my kitchen dining room area. I have it sort of in between the two rooms. And I can smell it a little bit in the living room, which is sort of off to the side of the dining room. But it doesn't travel all that far. So the throw, really only about a 7. And that might be being generous. 6.5 might be a better description. But I think that might be okay because I don't know that I would want this one all over the house. I like it in my kitchen. I like it in my dining room. I like it in the living room area. I don't think I would really put this anywhere else in the house. The strength I probably would put at about a 7. It's definitely a fragrance that you can smell. There's a little bit of oomph behind it, but it's not crazy strong. And again, I don't think that I would want this to be something that is crazy aggressive or strong. So for me, that's definitely good enough. But there is a but. I'm not super impressed with the like burn performance here. It took a long time for the first burn to pool out, and I actually ended up having to foil the candle because it kept wanting to tunnel. And as soon as I foiled it, it pulled out beautifully and just really, really nice. But then it started sooting. So you probably know where I'm going with this, but this is definitely going to be ending up in my candle crock after I'm done with this review here. I think it's going to be great in the crock. I imagine that the throw will probably be roughly similar. The strength will probably be similar. If it becomes much stronger, I might have to like pour some of the wax out into another jar and melt it like in another part of the house. Just because it's definitely a candle that I think if it was too much in one area, you might find it kind of sickening, if that makes sense. But we'll have to see how that goes. I am going to show you the sooting here so that you can see it. It's not major, but that right there is enough for me to basically be like, all right, you had your chance. And now I'm going to blow you out and I'm just going to melt you finished. So in terms of would I buy another one? You know what? I would. But what I would do is try to find the medium jar candle and just melt that either on my hot plate warmer or immediately put it in the crock. It's nice. It's really pretty for this time of year as we're transitioning into spring and going into summer. It's a really fresh, different kind of candle. And for that, I definitely recommend it. But I would just say be a little weary about the soot that it starts producing. If it does go down that route, I would suggest either making tarts out of it or, putting it in a candle crock or on a hot plate warmer and just going about it that way. If you don't know what a candle crock is, I will list my video where I talk about candle crocks and warmers down below. So you can reference that if you have any questions. Otherwise, leave me any other questions that you have about this candle down below. Let me know your thoughts if you've burned it. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Please subscribe if you're new and take care. Bye.